Hey y'all, how you doing? Good morning, happy new week. I hope you had a reflective weekend. I hope you had an opportunity to reset, to reboot, and you are ready to allow the universe to co-create with you everything that your heart desires this week, okay? Just take it step by step, day by day, expecting everything to work out for you. Now, I was going through the door and I just remembered I had this awesome dream, and I wanted to share because when I woke up this morning, I I couldn't remember all of the dream, and I went into meditation, and then after that, I had this beautiful channeled message that came through, and within the dream, I was back at this table with. I know I recognize the Arcturians, but I don't know which other beings are there. But they always seem to kind of invite me sometimes to maybe witness or observe them observing Earth, observing humanity, and I don't know. It's like they're making plans, but at the same time, they're choreographing what's happening, step by step, thought by thought, dream by dream, prayer by prayer type of thing. But anyway, last night it was kind of awesome to me because they were talking about the secret sauce to humanity as we have this physical experience as souls, and it was kind of interesting to me because it was like somebody else was observing all the modalities here on earth, all the modalities that we've come up with to say, oh, this is the secret sauce to living a fulfilled life. You need to have this, the dream job, the dream this, the dream that. And they kind of snickered about it. Like, it's not that complicated. It's not that much of a struggle. It's much easier than that. And I couldn't remember the other part of the dream. So this morning I wanted so much. I was like, what is the secret sauce, right? But anyway, so when I meditated this morning and I wanted to know so much, then I realized it's what we always knew. The secret sauce is love. But their perspective on it is so cool. It takes you to death and beyond death. And I wanted to share this because the part that they talk about death, I had to write it down, okay? Because this was channeled message. So I'm going to read this to you and feel into it because maybe it's going to do something for you as it did for me, yeah? So here's it. I asked the question, why is love the secret sauce to everything? Because that's what I remember from my dream. And they said, for well being, for happiness, even for your own identity, the identity that you crave, the identity that you try to find, which is already within the unified feel. Love is the secret sauce. But here's what struck me most. They went ahead to say that love survives even death. And that for me was a little bit, what do you mean? Okay, so it says, my guide said, love survives death, it survives the accident, it survives the trauma, it survives the diagnosis, it survives the sudden loss or the unbearable pain that you felt within the physicality. So, what they're trying to explain to us is although we look on death as a finality, say, oh my gosh, somebody's dead, it's doom and gloom, that's it. What they're saying is the love of God, the love of consciousness, love even survives death. It means that you're loved so much that when the physicality can hold no more, there is a transference of love to take you from this form to a more expansive form, which for me was, I've never looked at it like that, that when somebody dies, whether it's an accident or it's going through an illness, it's not a finality. It's a love that's so profound that you are accepted into more like the love of God, if you're talking about God or creator or universe, whatever your phrase or identifying name or factor is for the ethereal source of everything. It what it's saying is love survives all of that. So look at death as an expression of love from God, an unconditional expression of love that says you're never final. Now that this physical apparatus that you have is no longer able to carry the imprints and the experiences of your soul. It's okay, because love surpasses that physicality. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, wow. So I went on to channeled right, because death is not an end, it is a passage where the body may fall, but the link with God remains untouched. To die is not to be destroyed, to die is to be held, to be carried back through light of love and made light of love, of the love that made us. So maybe death is not the enemy. I asked this question, and they said death is never the enemy. Death is only the becoming of love, unconditional love, back to source, back to your becoming. Death is a moment you realize you survived with God, with love. And this, well, there's more there, but I just wanted to touch that part, because the dream that I had last night was profound to me, because I was back at this table with the Arcturians and these other beings. It feels like a council, but I don't know the others who are there. But it's like I get to witness it. And they were really just assessing our choices, the decisions that we make, how we lead our lives, the choices that we make, whether we give love or withhold love. They always go back to this to say it's so simple, this life that we are experiencing. However, we have the free will to choose if we want to partake in a challenging life, a life of dark energy, a life of ease and excitement and love and joy and peace. The choice is ours. But they go back every time, like they're assessing to see, but if they could only feel within the heart, they would understand that the secret sauce really is love, and it starts here. So anyway, I don't want to make this long. I don't know who this resonates to, but I know it's for somebody, because it hit me like a ton of bricks. Take what you can take from these messages. I think they're profound. I know they're timeless. I am going out. Whatever happens today, know that you are already creating it now, from your thought, from the prayer that you whispered, from the energy that you're putting into something. Just remember that you are a creative being, you are an ethereal being. Even if the world doesn't see you like that, you should be able to feel it like now. Whatever you think is a roadblock, just consider it an obstacle course, a challenge, and just waver, maneuver your way through it, because you are always guided, okay? And there's no finality to anything you do. Have fun while you do it. Enjoy this new week. Love and light to you, okay? Ciao.